vodka.
You know, Nathan, I don't appreciate the negativity
right away.
in 2025. We're
What are we
7
doing
days in, and this guy's already calling us out for being late, starting wars. We're doing our best over here.
I'm munching right now.
Yeah. This guy's eating salami right out of the cold cut container. Not even
I
boar's
literally
head.
went from work to boxing for an hour to getting home 10 minutes ago. Yeah, that's right. I throw hands, bitch.
I'll knock you out. First I'll hit the ball way further than you, and then I'll dance around the bases and knock you out. Then I'll knock you out.
I'm like Butterbean at Brawl for All.
Yeah.
Eating that fucking penny. You eating that penny.
Dustin, what the hell?
Thanks, Dustin.
Everyone's choosing violence in 2025.
Yeah, what's going on here? What?
Look at all I'm sending PSA to right now. I'm sending this.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Sending
Dustin.
this.
Was that?
Nice.
I got my PSA
nice.
cards. I'm sending this. This.
What is that? Oh, the blue.
The blue. This. That's green, but you can't tell by the green screen. Nick Jackson at a 10 auto. Then a shitload of silver ringsides. I forgot I went down that rabbit hole.
Nice. Yeah, they extended the special in January.
Yeah, and then my 2 Al Bundys, and then this 101 Cena.
Nice.
All right, well, I guess let's kick it off. First episode of 2025, episode 205. I'll kick things off. Welcome to the Card Foundation Podcast, episode 205. My name is Johnny Tancredi. I'm here with Danny Tancredi. I'm here with P-Bear, as always. And to begin a new era in wrestling cards, we're going to begin our new era in the podcast. So,
yeah.
Get into the typical plugs before we get into it. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at CardFoundPod and on Instagram at CardFoundationPod. We've definitely been more active in 2025 in the first 7 days
in the week one
than I would say in probably the last 4 or 5 months. So, P-Bear's muted.
You're muted, P-Bear.
Sorry, I don't know how I got
There
muted.
you go.
We're gonna get the tops now, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we've had a lot to post over the last couple of days, and we've been doing it. We got new graphics. We've been staying on top of the news. So definitely, if you're gonna follow us now for the first time, which it's been a couple of years, I don't know why you would just be choosing to follow us now. But if you are, then it's a good time to do it because we're gonna be pumping out content and stuff on the socials regularly. I think at this point, the way that Topps has been putting out news, I mean, we're gonna be busy every day. So
yeah.
Make sure to download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. If you feel so inclined, please leave us a review. It definitely goes a long way, helps with the algorithm, and it'll help get us promoted and moved along the charts. So that being said, we do have a review.
Ooh, nice.
So when you're feeling down and you need to pick me up, you can always rely on your blood. You can always rely on your friends.
Go to your blood.
And that man is Mr. Dave Nagel. So we did get a review from Mr. Dave Nagel.
Go to your blood.
That's right.
You go to the click.
That's right. Father, 5 stars. Titled 5 stars in 2025. No need to take a schneid streak into the new year. With the WWE license switching over to Topps, now is a great time to check out the show, as the boys are 3 of the biggest Reuben marks in the hobby. Whatever.
That was the end of the review?
That was it.
That's all we needed. 5
Well,
stars.
Thank you, Dave, but I wouldn't say we're shows for Michael Rubin.
I don't know.
I'm not getting invited to the fucking white party.
I mean, I definitely, if it helps us put out with Fanatics Fest, I'll do it, It is what it is.
Wouldn't hurt.
But yeah, so thank you, Dave, for that. And if you do would like to leave us a review, definitely helps, and we do appreciate it. We'll read it every week on air. So again, thanks, Dave. And
Actually, if you can see my camera here, I actually got this from Fanatics from the holidays.
shit.
Look at that bad boy.
Is Cody signed it too?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool image.
Cody Roman
Well-
dual 16x20 autographed from WrestleMania 40.
Why
Look
does
at that.
why does Roman's auto look so much crisper?
I think
The
it's
glamour
like
angle?
lighting, but it is a little crisper, to be honest.
mm,
Which I don't mind. Roman's that guy. Acknowledge him.
We got
and last
talk.
but not least, before we get into some of the new stuff, patreon.com/Card Foundation Pod. Like I mentioned earlier, this is no better time to get involved with the Patreon and with the bonus content that we're doing than right now. I mean, we're headed into a pretty fun and exciting time in wrestling cards, and we're going to be kind of capitalizing on that. So I already have a bonus episode ready to go. I'm going to email it to Danny tonight, and he'll have it uploaded. It's featuring a couple of our friends that we decided to do a little airing of the grievances with, but I think it's a great episode for a couple of different people. If you're a breaker, I think it's a great episode to listen to because there's going to be a lot of almost advice from people that are getting into breaks on what they like and what they don't like about what's going on with breaking and the current breakers and stuff like that. We don't call anybody out by name, but it's it's good to get that feedback from people that are actually entering the breaks and spending the money. So if you're a breaker, I think it's going to be worth checking it out. If
What do you want me to listen to it?
What was that?
I gotta get back into breaking.
If you want to.
I mean, into it.
It's definitely a good episode to check out if you're looking to just get some more knowledge about what's going on with wrestling cards. I mean, we don't completely shit on everything for an hour and a half. We do have some good stuff to say, some positive stuff to say. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to get those guys' perspectives too. So if you're a Patreon member, that'll be hitting the Patreon feed this week.
It'll be.
We're
I
also
will
we have
have it
a
up.
Facebook group, which has
If
been.
you send it to me tonight, it will be up tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you as soon as I send you this.
So by the time you're listening to this, it's live.
And then the Facebook group, which has been going off all day long. We've had news coming in all day about Topps and the Rock Autos and stuff. We're going to get into all that. But we have been posting in the Facebook group. The Facebook group gets all that stuff first. I posted in there first, then hit the Instagram. So we had a nice conversation today about, what's going on with Topps and all that. We're also going to do more buy, sell, trade in the group this year. I definitely want to do, some just more polls and just like more interactive stuff. I think towards the end of the year, we did get it more into that. And I would like to see that happening more. We did that Secret Santa within the group, and I think everybody loved that. We did a little Zoom the other night. People were showing off their gifts and stuff. People loved that. So I'd love to do more stuff like that. So now is a good time to join the Patreon. You're going to get all that. You get the Facebook group, the bonus content. You get the podcast early and ad-free. So Danny will probably have this up tonight or so, and you'll get the podcast tomorrow as opposed to next week when it finally hits,
We think we
Apple
have it
and
all
all that.
worked out now. We have a system that's in
Yeah,
place.
we did work it out.
I spoke to our higher ups, and they're gonna step it up for us. So be ready for that.
I sit out one podcast. You guys are rocking and fucking rolling. Holy shit. God,
You're either with us or you're against us.
Oh my God. They're about to boot the shit out of me.
Nah,
He probably had a private talk. He misses one more pod. He's done. He's done. He's done. Pack it up.
We actually didn't even tell you, but Johnny and I spoke about it. So we're entering a lot of new eras in wrestling. We have the Netflix era. We have the Topps.
We mentioned it last week or 2 weeks ago. We mentioned in the show that's going to be different.
But today it is. So for those who didn't listen to previous episode, new format. We're in a new era. Raw goes to Netflix. Topps WWE. Card Foundation podcast. We're changing up the episodes.
Put a little fresh coat of paint on it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some of the segments are getting a little stale. So full disclosure, I mean, you're gonna hear it in a minute, but Rookie Talk's done. I feel like we ran through over 200 different subjects and different wrestlers, and I think we kind of hit everybody we needed to hit. So that's gonna hit the back burner for now. Question of the week is kind of like on a week-to-week basis, and it's going to get funneled into some of the other segments that we have. So if you do have a question and you do want to get featured on the show, I'd be happy to do it, but it's going to get featured in a different way. It's not just going to be like, right into question of the week. So we'll get into that. We also added a different segment that Danny came up with, which is going to actually lead off the show next. And then you're going to get the news, but it's going to be in a different little format. It's going to be more conversational. And Card Corner is staying because that's kind of like our meat and potatoes of the show. So it's going to be a little different, but I think it's going to be definitely more card centric, and it's going to be good. And if you have any suggestions or anything after you hear the first one, let us know. And if you have any ideas for a segment, we'd love to hear, what you guys think and all that. So
gets me a little horny, guys.
PSA. Right?
Dave must have missed earlier. P-Bear's got a PSA order.
PSA.
Yeah, so I'm
finally sending out my last whatnot packages. Dave, going to get to you shortly.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. That was from last year's hits.
Skunk packs.
Yeah.
I just sent in 10 ringside silvers. I'm sending a PSA before the special goes away.
Yep.
So
that's what we're doing.
Packed up, ready to go. Small package.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, December, we thought we were getting the 1 month typical holiday special with PSA, but they're running it in January too. So if you're sending in cards to get graded, now would be the time to get that special, save a little cash.
About $20. Yeah, about $20 a card with all said and done, I'd say.
Yeah, which is, I think it was like 25-ish previously. So you save a couple bucks a card. But kind of just piggybacking what Johnny said, we're going away from segment to what you're expecting. Now it's just going to be 3 friends talking shit, having a good time, podcasting. We're going to cover, obviously, all the news. We're going to keep, obviously, some segments in there, but definitely more conversational and personal. So I think that would be a way to freshen up things. I actually saw the other day, our first episode was uploaded in February of 2021. So next month, we will be 4 years in to this podcast.
That's crazy.
Maybe March, depending on when P-Bear hopped in for the March P-Bear debut.
Yeah. I'm sure nobody even listened to those first fucking 2 episodes.
No, they did. I have proof. We could go back in the archives.
It's just like YouTube fucking listening to them.
No.
There was dozens of us. Dozens.
Yeah. The dozens and dozens of the Card Foundation fans.
Millions.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew they were going to hit off Netflix with The Rock. I was talking to, I think, Dave from Filth Bomb. I go, they're hitting it off with, if you smell.
You have to.
So, nah, they're going to save him for the end. I go, no way.
No way.
He wants to get the fuck out of there. He's starting that sumbitch off. There he was.
So a lot of... Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of people were kind of upset that I've been seeing on social media saying how The Rock was praising Cody and how he was so nice to him. Oh, you carried the company on your back for a year. So now people are saying, oh, we're not going to get Rock Roman. We're not going to get Rock Cody. It seems like people were a little frustrated.
Well, he might be taking this. Oh, you don't think he's going to get a match this year?
I think he's gonna. It's in Las Vegas. I mean, this is going to be probably another record-breaking Mania, so I don't know why he wouldn't, unless he's obligated to do a movie. You guys all good?
Yeah, I just hit mute on my thing.
I'm talking. You guys.
I hit mute for a second. I was like, all right, Johnny will jump in here, and Johnny's just fucking staring at you.
I'm reading the chat also. So Tyler Barnes just wants to make sure that we're still going to get story time with P-Bear for baseball season. That's not going to leave.
Oh, dude, I'd practice today, man. Breaking in a new mitt, looking good. We had some new kids added some new kids to the team, looking good. I was like, if he wants us to keep his spot in the infield, he's going to have to work harder than these kids because 2 kids came hungry. They came hungry, so got to work twice as hard.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna keep all that stuff. We're also gonna try to do more segments with special guests. I have a list on my phone of 30 people that I'm firing off messages to, just to try to get different guests and different people on. Hopefully, more people within cards and wrestling and stuff like that. So we're gonna work on that. Yeah, so it's gonna be the same show, but just a little bit touched up and a little bit fresh for the new year.
A little bit edgier. So. Would you say a little bit edgier?
Sure.
A little edgier. Maybe a little edgier.
We'll let the chants, fuck you solo chants, go real loud and proud.
Exactly. Travis Scott coming down with a blunt.
To the show. We'll add a little cope to the show. If you see what I did there.
Well,
so, yeah, him
let's kick it off
coming down,
first,
smoking of the show. I thought that was a little. I was like, is that cool? Is that cool?
I was shocked.
I was like, is that cool? Would you consider that cool? I was like, oh, come on.
They're letting Travis Scott be Travis Scott. That's like, you can't put a muzzle on anything.
Is the fine that you're going to find the building?
Nah. They could say it was prop smoke. It's like smoking in a movie. It's like, you could say it was something like that. But, I mean, good to see that they did brought it. And it's funny because I think the rating for the show was PG.
That was PG?
And you got Rock saying bullshit, and you got Travis Scott smoking an L.
You got fuck you Solo clear.
Fuck you Solo.
My daughter was in the room, and she could hear it. Like, she's like, I was like, oh, she started chanting, but she was just like, boop you YOLO. I was like, yeah, YOLO, YOLO. Yeah, she couldn't understand. I was like, I know what they're saying.
Yeah,
it was funny. That was clear. Cool. What was all the red things in the chairs? Like the lights? Was that the stadium, or was that something they gave out?
I think it's the stadium, and then they could change it for each event. So because it's Raw and Netflix, it was red all night. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it.
The arena was cool. What'd you think of all the shit all over the canvas?
I didn't mind it. You stare at it for a couple minutes, and there's like that shock at first, but I wasn't paying attention to it after that.
I thought I was going to hate it, and I really didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah. I saw Prime lost its logo dead center, huh? Or is that just SmackDown?
Fortnite must have paid a little bag to get that.
Yeah, Little Paul was pumped about that. He goes, Fortnite, nice.
Yeah, well, everyone wants Jacob Fatu in Fortnite running around fucking, I love you, Solo.
He's the man.
Oh, just Prime for PLEs.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, there you go.
God, WWE's just making money.
Man.
Money just boop, boop, boop. I'll take money here.
Hey,
all over the place.
What does Broski say? It's not the
it's not the friendship. It's not show.
It's toy friendship. Yeah, toy business.
It's toy business. So they want to make. I don't blame them.
What do you think of that opening thing that Triple H did? That opening little program.
I thought it was great. I mean, I love the flow of the show. I mean, we only got a couple matches. What was it? Only 3 or 4 total for the whole show. But I mean, it served its purpose. You have to kind of draw in your casual viewer and the people that haven't watched wrestling in forever. So the way to do that, you put Rock out there, you put Triple H out there, Cena, although a bit controversial, Hulk Hogan. I get why they brought him out. Yes, he did get booed out of the building. We know.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it because I had my wife was going to sleep, so I had it only on 1. So I saw him talking. I was like, I don't really give a shit about Hogan. I just turned it off. I had no idea. Like when I saw Hogan, all the comments about it, I go, well, he didn't do anything. I didn't see him fall or anything. But I couldn't hear all the boos and stuff. And then I went back and I was like, oh yeah, got him.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, that makes sense, Tim. It was also used to close out a lot of storylines from last year heading into this year. You saw it with Rhea finally, beating Liv Morgan clean for the title back. You get Punk winning, beating Seth Rollins, which that probably will still go on. And then obviously you got Roman finally ending the Solo potential storyline. So
I think they should have saved the cash in for that Raw.
Oh, the TIFF?
The TIFF cash in with that Raw.
Yeah.
I think it's better that she took it off Nia. That there's something going back and forth there. But if they could have somehow got that cash in, I think the crowd would have went nuts. I think they would have went nuts if her song hit. It's Tiffy time. I think that would have been a big moment. But it's cool she's champ.
Well, technically she is a SmackDown talent, so
yeah,
it made sense that they did it on that too.
But yeah, tell me it would have erupted after they got the pin, and it's Tiffy time.
No, they would have. The reaction would have been, I'm sure, deafening. But what was your guys' favorite segment in the whole Netflix?
Well, let's get back into some cards first.
Oh, all right.
Raw took over a little bit, but we're gonna get to Raw again.
Oh, I thought we were doing a casual conversation. I just heard the new program from you guys.
Okay, fuck you guys. I wanted to talk about the segment that Danny came up with, and then which is usually going to probably be in this spot of the show. It's going to lead off the show typically before we get into just the wrestling stuff. And it's called, well, it doesn't really have, it has a working title, Collect, Invest, Sell. So
that's
on Danny to come up with a name within the next week or so. But basically, the premise of this segment is based on the theme of the show. I'm going to come up with a collect, invest, sell kind of scenario. So for this week, obviously, Topps is the biggest news in the hobby. So we're going to talk about Topps. And it also kind of ties in the question of the week that we did get from Nathan. So we're going to talk about old Topps sets. And we're going to do collect, invest, sell. So you're going to pick one set from Topps' past to collect, one to invest in, and sell.
Yeah, so before you guys submit your answers, collect. Oh, did we lose Bear?
No, I'm gone.
No, yeah, his voice is still here.
Your voice is here, but we can't see you. That's okay. As long as you can talk and listen. For the collect portion of this, that is more so of what you want to keep, that you just love. It's your favorite. It's the best. Never going to sell. Never going to, whatever, open or
PC.
Yeah, it's your PC.
Non-investment purposes.
Invest is strictly for monetary value. You are buying this card or this product strictly to 5 years from now sell. And then sell is currently what you have. That's probably your least favorite that you want to get rid of. It's a money dump or a money grab. It's not a fan of this product at all.
Yeah, and listen, we're going to be doing this every week on different topics. So 1 week it might be Seth Rollins. 1 week it might be Topps. 1 week it might be Topps Chrome Refractors. Maybe you love the gold. You want to sell the red, like that kind of thing. So I think it's going to be like fun to do that. I know we've done that in the past in Card Corner, and we've got a lot of good feedback from that type of a segment. And I think it'll be fun to break it down in different segments, like based on wrestler, based on cards, based on sets, based on like rookies and stuff like that. So it kind of ties in everything that we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, and exactly. So Tim, I mentioned let's do a week on Japanese talent. Perfect.
Yep.
Current wrestlers in Japan. Who are you buying? Who are you investing in? Or who are you collecting? Who are you collecting? Who are you investing? And who are you selling? Perfect. So we can add that to the list. So I think it'll be fun. It'll kind of spice things up a bit, and it will obviously bring us back into cards. So P-Bear seemed to have been kicked off for a minute, but we'll you and I will kick it off first. So I'll let you your segment. You can lead it off.
Yeah. So I mean, just to rattle off some sets for the people that are listening, currently watching, just to kind of refresh on what Topps has done in their history. You got your typical Topps flagship. You got Topps Chrome, Topps Finest, Topps Undisputed, Topps Heritage, Transcendent. You've had Platinum from 2010, 2009. You got Heritage Chrome. So they have done many of sets at this point. So my collect, if I was given a hobby box of a product that I wanted, I'm Topps Chrome every year, whether it's baseball, it's going to be football, basketball. I always buy Topps Chrome. So to me, it's just a sentimental rip. You get your on-card autos, 2 autos per box, refractors. You get some parallels, some cool inserts. In the past, we have the 5-timers insert, which I was a big fan of, that are popular. You got the fantasy matchups, which produced a nice Roman Rock card that will hopefully potentially get one day an actual person. So for me, I'm collecting Topps Chrome. My invest, I'll die on the hill, Topps Transcendent. Topps Transcendent, obviously it's the most expensive product that Topps put out, but I think all in all, when you look at the talent that is signed, the style of what we get, you got your gold frame on-card autos, all numbered 25 and less. I just think it's a set that over time, 20 years from now, depending on who the talent are that signed for that, it's going to be monstrous. So I will bet my dollar on that all the time with a Topps Transcendent product. And my last, I don't know if this is going to be controversial or not, but Topps Heritage. I always rip Topps Heritage, but I just think they did such a shit job with the last one that I would sell Heritage, but Heritage does get a little value. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, flagship to me was always kind of dog shit. That's probably the worst of the products that we're discussing. But Heritage would be like my number 2.
What I would, I'm just jumping in because my computer's poor. I'd get rid of all Topps paper. I'd
paper, period.
Get rid of all that shit, all the paper, whatever paper it is, it's gone. I think all their paper products were shit. The only thing I liked about Heritage was the short prints. I thought that was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, it was fun.
That was very cool with the dogs and stuff like that and the rose. Get rid of all the paper. I would invest in Topps Platinum.
Whoa.
The Usos rookies and stuff like that. Young. That was like only out for one season. I think I said it before. I always like maybe because Hawkins is in it and Ryder's in it, a little salty, but I always like Topps Platinum.
Well, that's your PC, so it's yours. It's your collect.
And then and then Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome is one I'd keep. I need to invest in a new laptop.
Oh, so you would invest in Platinum to sell, and you would keep Chrome?
Oh, Chrome is going to sell the best. So PC would be Platinum. To sell to make more money would be Chrome. The Chrome products.
Gotcha.
Is going to be the
yeah,
best.
You missed mine, but my collect was Chrome, my invest was Transcendent, and my sell was Heritage.
Johnny, what are you thinking?
I love Transcendent.
My collect is going to be Finest. It's always one of my favorite sets. I love 2020, and I think going forward they'll do a better job. I always loved that there was on-card autos. I love the short prints with like the you would get like the veteran guys as the short prints
with the numbers, the bigger numbers. Yeah, I like that.
Those are big cards. On-card autos again are huge. So hopefully they bring that back, and you always get cool inserts and stuff too. So I'll take that as my collect. My invest would probably have to be, if it wasn't first year undisputed, it would be Transcendent, like Danny mentioned, just because I think with the value of some of those cards, the gold frame, the on card, the names that were in it, we may not see a lot of those names ever again. I think some of like the women that are in that set that aren't signing as much anymore, not around. I mean, Becky Lynch, who knows what she's going to be doing in the future, signing or not. You got Sasha, who's obviously not with the company anymore. Bailey obviously is still there, whatever. But
actually, I should have disclosed this, but this segment is also for future product. Like, what will be the name brand that you always, invest in, like going forward too? So,
right, like for instance, but for me, an investment,
I would always invest in Transcendent no matter what. Okay, because
of the fucking rock auto potential, but.
Yep.
It's not going to be my Topps Chrome as a whole is not going to be my invest. So
for me, my collect will always be Topps Chrome.
Right, exactly. I said Finest.
Yeah.
And then I agree with P-Bear as my sell. I think at flagship, I'm a flagship guy. I think it has a purpose in the hobby. You need a cheaper product for like kids and stuff to rip, for cheaper people to rip. But it just they never really did a good job in the past. I hope that changes. But it was just I don't know. I think with all the Chrome stuff that's coming out and all the higher end stuff, there really isn't a place at this point, so I would probably just kind of dump it.
Can we all agree quick that Money in the Bank should never come back? Topps women's division potentially never come back. And they should definitely bring back Fully Loaded.
I'd get rid of NXT as well.
And NXT is I mean, I understand NXT. I think NXT would play better if it was a Chrome product and they didn't make everything so moment based.
NXT should be Bowman Draft.
100%.
It's your prospects.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's
that would be cool.
Yeah. Bowman Draft is NXT huge first deal again in baseball.
Will they bring it back?
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of question marks with Topps and what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, Dave hit it on the no match card. Oh, my
God. No more. The shittiest match cards you ever seen in your life. Like, fucking 500 feet away. You barely see who the fuck's in the match. No.
They weren't even important matches.
Yeah.
No, it was like
NXT carrying cross match. I saw 5,000 times.
It was like a house show.
Opponents.
Yeah. Monday Night Raw result: Charlotte defeats Sasha Banks.
Yeah. the women's division.
That's a bowback card.
Yeah, get rid of the women's
division.
Wait,
P-Bear, you don't want the butt plug cards back?
Those are cool. Little diamond butt plugs.
Those are cool.
Those are cool. You can always use a few of those.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, again, next week, I don't know what the topic is going to be, but it's going to be topical to whatever's going on. So we'll pick a topic and we'll kind of do the same thing. But yeah, that'll be one of the new segments. And before we get into all the stuff that took place over the last week or so, let's take a quick break. All right, guys. Well, welcome back and welcome into the Topps era. So that's arguably the biggest news this week.
I don't think it's arguably
the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we're headed into a pretty exciting time. I mean, everything that Topps has put out since the first week. I mean, January 1st hits, boom, we get the press release. And then, boom, all of a sudden we get a Topps Chrome date. We get more images. We're getting Superfractor pictures.
Was it Chiampa that posted the first image?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Chiampa. That's what I said. It was Chiampa.
So Dave is right. I saw a comment. It didn't sneak past me without mentioning. It is the end of the Panini era. So although we've come to the end of the road,
Panini raised wrestling cards to a new level. Without being said, it raised
No
it made $1,000 cards. Panini made $1,000 cards. Topps, very few or far between were $1,000 cards.
You're right.
Panini made $1,000 cards in pretty much every set. There's $1,000 cards.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think it all coincided kind of hand in hand. WWE is at its peak popularity since, no question, the Attitude Era. So when you look at the Topps era from, late 2000s all the way up to 2021, 2020, it just, wrestling was popular, but it's nowhere near what it is now. So Panini caught WWE, I think, at the right time to where it was starting to grow. WWE treated more like a business. We get more premium events. We get more special moments. And as WWE grew, Panini grew with it. So there was an excitement when you're opening up some of these products like a Prism, like, a Flawless right now. And it's like they're just crushing numbers because of the state of where we're at.
And putting Hogan in there, Batista in there, putting the Legends autos in there, changed the game. Because you weren't seeing that in Topps. Topps, you're just seeing 100 cards of all the active wrestlers, and then maybe one or two random rocks or something like that. But
getting crappy rookie card classes like 2021 Chrome and Finest. We got 4 rookies in the whole set. Meanwhile, Panini comes out and they're like, "Oh, we have this NXT class down there. Boom, Tiffany Stratton. Boom, Braun Breaker. Boom, Grayson Waller, and all these other names."
And put even the people that are like Piper, Andre, putting them in this set. So the 101 Andre is going to go for a lot of money.
Warrior and all these
Yoko.
You also have to remember, too, where we were in cards. In 2018, 2019, 2020, that was the beginning of like this new boom. And then 2021, we're still kind of in like a COVID type era, but the boom is still happening. And then Panini gets the WWE license. So now we're in the height of all this Prism and all this stuff going on, these monster sales all over the hobby and other sports. And then they get WWE, and then we get Prism for the first time. Then we get the Prism Boys. We get the Prism pricing. So like that was they kind of navigated through all of that, figured it out, and I think they did an amazing job with the license over the last couple of years. The highest sales of cards we've seen on a regular basis, not talking about, one-offs, but consistently $1,000 sales every single week from all these different sets. The case hits changed the game, it changed everything. It hopefully changed people's opinions on autos and the fact that they only need autos in their collections. I hope people now realize some of these refractors, some of these chases, the golds, and they're important, and hopefully that brings the refractor back to being more important and more of a chase. But I think they did an amazing job, and it led right into this new era of WWE, where now we're on Netflix, and Topps is kind of taking the ball and running with it. We got Topps ads on Netflix last night.
Yeah, whoa! Now I was like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, but there it is right there. I was like, take a picture. I was like, should I take a picture of this? I was like, fuck, it's already gone. I was like, all right, I'm done. I was hoping you guys did it. I was like, shit. But
I mean, that was, and I think I saw in the group today, someone said they already did more promotion for Topps now than Panini did for their instant in the first night.
Yeah.
Because now we at least know when they're getting put out, as opposed to Panini, who would just all of a sudden they would, 10 cards from Royal Rumble were released. No one knew about it. There was no press release. There was no anything.
Right.
Topps has got fucking commercials now back on Raw. Like, that's the way to do it.
You see what Nathan wrote? Short the autos, make them more meaningful. Chrome 15 had 10 superstar autos. Chrome 20 had 24 base. I did it right. Like, we don't need every legend. Like, we don't need base autos of knobs. We don't need base knobs of 25. Like, The Rock. Have we talked about The Rock, a Chrome auto? The 25. It's probably 25, 10, 5, and 1. That's probably The Rock.
Yeah.
It's probably
I don't think he's signing 99. I don't think he's in the green or the gold.
No.
Maybe if we're lucky, gold.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, gold. But he's not going higher than that. Yeah, but no more. You could do the Legends autos, but again, they got to be the 20. But they got to be short print. They can't have a base. Tim Friends, Norman Smiley auto. You can have a base Norman Smiley auto.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. It's not going to sell over anything. It's like,
but it should make its way every now and then. Like wrestling history. Like I don't feel like you should rule out a D'Lo Brown or a Steve Blackman or Headbangers.
Short print them. Short auto. 99 numbered cards. It's it. No base.
But those type of guys should be featured yearly, but maybe in a product or two. We shouldn't get consecutive releases where Tatanka is in every fucking release. I no disrespect to Tatanka, but or the Stinky Cat Miller, exactly. We can't get him in all these releases all the time.
Stinky Cat's the one.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe Stinky Cat gets the get.
Well, you know what it is too? I think the product is so much different now. There's so many people that people want to collect now in WWE that you don't need like the Headbangers to fill in sets anymore. And I love the Headbangers, but when you have 20 to 30 people that are currently in WWE that everybody wants to collect on top of the NXT people, you don't need the filler anymore. People want the active roster people. The active roster is as strong as it's ever been, in my opinion.
It is. I disagree.
You want Noam Dar? I've seen too many Noam Dar's autographs.
No, I don't need Noam Dar's auto.
He's a main roster guy, though.
There you go.
He's on whatever.
You know what I mean? I want to go back to the top 25 or 30 people that are in the company. They get the autos, and then you could throw base cards and refractors of everybody else. But
I don't know. I don't agree necessarily.
Why? Who
I think we're trying a middle ground.
I like, Panini did it at the end. Tiffany Stratton didn't have an autograph in National Treasures, and she's one of the top 3 most chaseable women in every product.
But that's my point.
You don't need the top 30 stars in every single product. I don't think you do.
Okay, so Topps flagship baseball, I'm going to take out the top guy in every team. They don't get autos anymore because they've had them in every set.
You could find products that you could give and take. Chrome is a staple. Chrome, you should always have your top 30. Flagship, you should always have your top 30. Fully loaded, maybe not. Maybe you do a shorter list.
I'm fine with that. I'm not talking about fucking fully loaded.
But I'm talking about every single product that comes out. You don't need the top 30 in every product.
No, you need the staples, though, because that's what's going to sell your product.
But I want to mix in the legends to every release.
Like back in the day, Mike Trout was in every set because that's what drove the sales.
I got that.
I think active guys, you could have base autographs.
Right.
Any retired guy, got to be numbered. Got to make them.
We also don't know how many cards they're producing on a national scale. I mean, look at where we started from 2010 to 2020 with Topps producing baseball cards, and now we have 1 million parallels because the demand is so high. So they have to fill boxes. They have to fill sets. Now you're making 1 million boxes because that's what the demand is. So you might not have the luxury to be able to get to.
But what I'm saying is like and we can go back to baseball. Topps Archives comes out this week. That's a set where you can get like a Ray Ordonez Mets autograph. You get a Benny Agbayani, all these random guys. I don't want to see those guys in Topps Chrome.
Let's go Mets.
I don't want to see those guys in Topps Chrome. I want to see the guys I'm watching in the game now every day.
Thank you, Nathan.
Damn, Danny got pumped for that one.
I did.
Nathan
never agrees with me.
1 point in a month. Great.
Let's talk about Topps now, though. Right now, Topps now did what they're doing with the other sports cards. The Olympics. They did the LeBron with Steph Curry and with Durant autograph. Well, they just brought that Topps now right over to WWE because now they have The Rock and Roman Reigns 1-of-1 auto. So you're just chasing that 1-of-1 auto, correct?
Yep.
There's no other. I think there's some other parallels.
There's parallels.
Rico Bronya. So I just popped for that.
All right, so I'll ask you guys about Topps now.
We talk about Topps.
Do you like the older style where it's first come, first serve, 1-of-1, out of 5, out of 10, out of 25, out of 50?
No.
So you like, we're going to throw one auto as this chase. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't,
it gives everybody an
equal
shot.
Know, like the computer, like hackers will just lock that down for the next one. Boom. We won't even see the light of day of it. Like the 1-of-1.
I don't miss those days of going onto the Topps website and having to fight the bots and everything else, trying to get, first print, whatever the hell Bowman shit that was in 2020. And
Bowman
I
first,
like that.
first edition.
This is, everybody just go buy the cards and someone's going to get the 101.
The images they use for Topps now, I like them. Some pretty cool images.
Yeah.
A little bit closer shots, not so fucking far away. That Rock Roman shot's money. Damn, imagine getting that auto.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's what do you guys think the price is for the Rock Roman duel?
30,000.
I'm going up.
You go higher?
I think it hits 6. I think it hits 100,000.
Dave writes that they never circulate. We've never seen the LeBron one, have we?
We never got the triple USA.
Yeah.
It still hasn't been found. Paul Skeens, I think, was found with his 1-of-1 rookie with the ERA. That was discovered.
I think they also did a Skeens Livy Dunn.
I don't remember that, if they did or they didn't.
Yeah.
Man, Nathan hates the Topps Chrome look. He just wants that to be known. I get you hate it. It looks like Panini Select throwback a little bit, the images. But
since we're on that,
let's get them in hand. Let's get them in hand.
I will say yes. One, we always say no matter what product comes out on the show, let's get it in hand first. 2,
I actually like them though.
I don't like the borders. I think the lightning is kind of stupid. I think some of the I'm a traditionalist though. I want to see my color on the edges, and that's it. I don't need designs like fucking.
Danny's famous last words though are I don't really know about the design. I don't know. And all of a sudden he calls me, yo, I just bought 5 boxes of the LCS. I'm gonna come over and rip it. It doesn't matter.
No, it's not my preferred design. I thought the regular base design was fine. I thought the inserts, minus the women's one, was fine. I liked what I saw. I agree with Nathan that the border.
I think it's cool they didn't piggyback off of baseball.
Yeah, I like that they made it different. It gave it some character.
No, I'm saying I'm glad they did.
They did. In what way?
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't just take the baseball design.
Oh,
I like the baseball design though.
I do too, but
no, I'm
glad it's going to be on its own.
Did Joey Votto ever play a game with the Blue Jays, or this is a made-up card?
I think he played like 1.
But I do like the other inscription autos that we're getting from Topps now. So we're getting the CM Punk is the 1-of-1's going to say go to sleep. The Rhea 1-of-1, Mommy's always on top.
Yeah,
I mean,
God, it's cool.
Wish he was on top of me.
Did you see the Cena is the sock that he wore last night?
The sock. I thought it was the
sock or the shirt.
It's the sock.
I thought it was the towel he threw to the crowd. I was like, "Will they go get that shit back?" No, it's the sock he wore. Yeah,
that's cool.
Gelman posted that. Shout out to Gelman posting. Quick to post a lot of stuff, so shout out to him. That's gonna be in Topps now, right? The socks.
Yes.
I thought it was Topps now. It was in Dolan just ago.
Yeah, all the 1-of-1s that we're talking about right now are from Topps now. The only thing we saw from Chrome today was just that the Rock signed and that they confirmed autographs.
Yeah, so basically for those that don't know too, just because we're assuming that everyone does know, but like Danny mentioned, you order the base cards, as many as you can, there's different packages. You can get 1, you can get 10, 50, 20, whatever the case is. And then in random packs, you're going to get parallels. So there's a bunch of numbered versions. There's like foil versions. And then there's that 1-of-1 autos of these. So that's what you basically just have to go on Topps.com, go to the Topps now, order the cards. There's a certain date they need to be ordered by. I think it's like January 10th. So there might be like 3 days to do this. And then that's how they determine the print run. And then the random cards are going to be put into packs. So
I'm excited. Chrome release day is 131. Am I correct on that?
Topps Chrome, January 31st.
No checklist out yet.
Nothing yet.
We'll probably get a checklist. My guess is going to be next week.
I think we're going to get some rollout this week to piggyback off the Netflix stuff. Obviously, like today, no surprise, they put out the Rock news today after everything last night. I think we're going to get more of that, some little Easter eggs and stuff. But we should probably get a checklist, I would say. If not next week, it'll definitely be the week after that. Usually they're like a week or 2 out. But yeah, let's talk about The Rock finally getting a licensed autograph in a Topps product for the first time in 30 years.
This is unbelievable.
Goosebumps on my arm.
The best.
He loves that. He loves that.
I mean, should we be surprised though?
So a lot of people said that they figured this was going to happen.
Yep.
But I was someone who thought I need to see it to believe it because we've been talking about this for years.
I bet you Fanatics turned around and was like, dude, you signed stickers for Leaf and you didn't sign for us?
Danny.
What?
Tell Mama Rose P-Bear says hello.
That was great.
Yeah.
Mama Rose, the final boss. I am curious if Rock inscribed some of his different autos. I mean, we saw the one, it says smell it, which is great. But will we get the final boss inscription and will we get some unique stuff from The Rock? Who knows? And I'm curious. I think this is going to be potentially for now a one-hitter quitter. I think you're only going to get him in Chrome, and they may bring back, like, if they do Transcendent, he may be in Transcendent.
He's got to be in Transcendent.
You're not going to see him in Heritage signing. You're not going to see him in.
No, he's got to be. He's got to be in Transcendent. They won't be able to get that price point unless they get The Rock in Transcendent. All the big guys.
Also, to note, no images of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yet.
Potentially yet. We'll see.
Yet. They got The Rock. Anything is possible now.
So now, what do you think the box price is?
Damn, with The Rock,
no,
probably
bumped it up. A lot of people talking about that. I don't think so. I think it's still going to be like a $300 hobby or a $250 hobby.
I would say between two. I say about three actually with The Rock.
He only signed probably 50 cards.
Well, if you did the 50, the 25, the 10, the 5, the 1, that'd be great. Unless you did the 25, 10, 5, 1.
I have a feeling you're going to see
10, 5, 1, I would assume.
I hope he did 50 though. We need to get a gold. My guess is 300 to 400 initial, just for
no way. No way.
Nah, I think Nathan's saying 2 to 250, and then 300 on re-ups. I think he's right on that.
I think this is going to be shades of Panini 2.0, where the first year every product was bread. There's a lot of money.
You know it is because you're getting the different iterations though of Chrome. You're getting Breakers Delight. You're getting the hobby. You're gonna get a retail box.
Well, if that's the case, because before we never gotten any of that with Chrome.
No, it was announced.
Oh, so it's already all confirmed?
Yeah.
So
you're getting retail. You're getting hobby. And you're getting Breakers Delight.
Look at Topps Chrome update this year. Boxes were 300 for a hobby and 800 for a jumbo. I think you're going to see that again with wrestling.
No,
there is a case now.
Over 500.
People went
wrestling is not that animal.
I think it is. They proved with Prism that people were buying $1,200 boxes for 2 autos.
Yeah, but it's different.
The proof is in the pudding.
The values.
I learned from that mistake. I'll tell you that.
I think you guys are dead wrong. I think this is going to be good money. It's the first time we're getting Chrome in years.
Yeah, but Dan, they can't charge more for WWE Chrome.
They can charge whatever they want.
Than they do MLB.
They can.
No, they can't. They won't.
They recognize what they saw at Fanatics Fest, that WWE was by far leaps and bounds the most popular entity there. It's okay. Just
MLB is their bread and butter, and it's everything to them. They will not make this a premium product over Topps Chrome baseball. It is not going to happen.
I'd buy on the first
round. At least, maybe not in the future, but this is the initial comeback.
No, it's not.
How not?
We had Topps Chrome 2020, 21.
We haven't had Chrome in 4 years.
We never had Prism ever.
I understand that, but at the same time, Fanatics is having this. The way we're getting presented Netflix with Raw, the way we're getting the Topps now with the Rock
higher, but it's not going to be a $500 box.
No, I think
it's going to be hobby 300 to 400, and we're going to get close to 600 to 800 on the jumbo. I don't
think there's going to be a jumbo.
I think whatever you buy for the first time, the first go around to say it's $300. You wait another month, it's going to go up to $500, and it'll linger around there, and it'll go back down. But I think it's going to go up. So get on the first go around, I'd say.
Yeah, I think MSRP on the Topps website is going to be $250 for a hobby, and then from whatever the LCS may charge $5, but it's not going to come from Topps. That's my guess.
And that's fair. Topps could be lower, but at the same time, I think David Adams and Steel City, they're hammering it. they're going to be expensive.
That's on them, though. That's not on Topps.
But that's what a lot of people are going to be having to purchase off of. If Topps sells out, where else are you going to get your product?
Get on the website.
You got to go to your shops, and you got to go to a Dave and Adams. You got to go to a Steel City. You know,
we'll see.
Let's talk about Topps
Slam
return January 21st. Return of Topps Slam segment. How pumped are you about that?
Oh, I'm
hard. My app still work? I never deleted it.
Yeah, it should work.
I deleted it, so my app is kaput.
Slam 21.
Wow.
Loading.
And your collection's all there and everything? Because I thought they deactivated the app at some point. I remember the initial announcement. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna you get to have it till 2022," and then
I don't remember my username or anything.
Oh yeah, I definitely. Actually, I was Card Foundation Pod, or were you Card Foundation Pod? One of us was.
No, I don't know. I had a pretty good collection going there too.
Yeah.
January 21st. Slam is back.
Put the word out.
Tuesday. That's a Tuesday that we will be definitely recording on that Tuesday.
Gee.
Because we're going to be ripping and tearing.
Yeah. HARD.
Ripping and tearing like it's 2021.
Topps Slam.
God, that was a fun segment.
My God.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring that back.
I was actually laughing the other day. So I had the Panini blockchain app, and I ripped a couple packs of the NFTs. So all of a sudden I'm sitting here and I get a notification on my phone that someone offered me $1 for my Akira Tozawa NFT Prism card. I was like, what the hell is this? I didn't even know people could just go buy it from you.
Yeah, I'd take that. That's 10 times its worth. I'd take that right now.
Honestly. Oh, what are we doing here?
I got a phone call, cuz. Sorry.
We get a little quiet on the set?
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh,
all good, rookie.
Yeah. Nobody's ever called me at 9 o'clock.
That would be great. We should do an impromptu Topps Slam night.
Oh yeah, get everybody on there to start trading, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, just wheeling and dealing, ripping.
Definitely get that done.
Yeah. Which is great because now I get to my weekly purchases. I get to rip off Topps Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I want to put a bow on the Panini era before we move on.
Yeah.
With the Flawless, we never got to really talk about it. Danny never got to talk about his big dick.
What a sicko! What a sicko!
Oh wait, hold on.
He's cashing in.
There it is.
How much are those selling for?
Huh?
How much are those selling for on eBay?
I think like 70 to 100.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah. So, yep. Still got my briefcase.
Insane.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I really did. I think if you look back at the Panini era, Flawless is the best product they ever did.
Whoa.
I mean, rightfully so.
The cards have diamonds in it, so yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah. But one thing, I will say one thing irked me about this, the way they did it. Let me say it two ways. I understand why they did it, but it annoyed me that every case had one of Punk, Taker, Stone Cold, Cena, and whoever else, as that encased auto. It's great that you're guaranteeing to people that they're going to pull one of the big names, but there's so many different sets featuring these guys. I think it watered it down a little bit. Like Stone Cold was featured in like 8 or 9 different autograph styles. So there's 8 or 9 one-of-ones out there. Well, I don't think that should be the case.
Tyler Barnes got an empty case for $27 off Whatnot. That's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
Yeah, good deal.
But it was awesome that they did put that name in because you're guaranteeing you're probably going to hit a pretty big name, to hopefully recoup some money if you do to sell, because it is a $2,500 box. For me, I didn't get so lucky. I probably pulled the worst of the names in CM Punk. But overall, I thought I had a really good box. Jey Uso auto, gold to 10. Io Sky auto to 8. Randy Orton auto to 20. So I got some really nice cards out of it. The Punk Cena dual gold relic was another big one. And then the Gunther out of 5 diamond was the icing on the cake.
Gunther.
So, but I mean, I thought Flawless was awesome. It was the perfect way for Panini to go out. Let's just drop a nuke We got 3 products at the end that were relatively close in time frame, which that's disappointing because I feel like we didn't get to talk about National Treasures enough. I feel like National Treasures just got skipped over because we got Select, which was an awesome release, and then we went right to National Treasures, and a week later we got Flawless.
And Flawless was all on card,
Oh, yeah. National Treasures was all stickers.
Yeah.
Select, we got retail. People were going crazy for retail.
Yeah, for the megas.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like National Treasures didn't get a lot of love.
The Flawless, that was a cool product. That is.
What would you
Are you
guys
selling
think?
those cards? Are you selling those cards?
Yeah, everything was listed on eBay except I'm only keeping the Orton because he's one of my PCs. But I will say part of my purchases, I did enter a break, and I did hit a Tiffany Emerald to 5 Diamond.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How much was her spot that she didn't have an auto?
She does have autos.
Oh,
She's got National Treasure, she doesn't have an auto.
Oh, okay.
Flawless, I think she had 3 or 4 different auto designs featured in the whole product. So her spots were going for between 170 and 200, depending on what the breaker was doing for a deal.
Nice. You bought her in how many boxer? How many caser?
I went for 3 cases.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
So I spent a pretty penny, over 500 to get it. But
wow,
it's going to be a $750 to maybe $1,000 card.
I hope so. B-Rip, yeah, he just bought her spot in 3 different cases and got it. Probably hit her.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was sweating too because the hit was in the last case, second to last card.
Oh man.
So I was I was feeling
you're about to be $3,000 in the hole on fucking up.
Yeah, at that point I was over $3,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right. Let's go to how do we do this again? Do we go to our last
What are your last thoughts on the Panini era?
I thought it was great. I thought they killed it. Amazing. Amazing, brought all the legends back, a little maybe too many, but I think they made $1,000 cards. I mean, easily at a set. So I think they really elevated the game, elevated wrestling cards. So nothing but good shit they did.
Johnny?
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I loved Select, I loved Prism. Loved the case hits. I enjoyed what they did to the hobby for wrestling. I think they elevated it and they made it relevant. We were getting people, that normally don't rip or talk about wrestling cards, talk about them with Prism, with Select. We did get, National Treasures. We got Flawless. So we got all the big hitters. Unfortunately, I think they kind of rushed it at the end just to get everything out, which I get. They had, 2 months left of a license to do it. So I don't blame them, for trying to, go all in. I wish Flawless and NT maybe came out like a year ago, because then we would have had a little bit more time to soak in it and really enjoy it. Instead, now, I mean, you got people are still ripping Flawless, and then everyone's talking about Topps Chrome now. So it's right on to the next thing already. But I don't think Flawless is for everybody. I watched a bunch of breaks over the weekend. It's not my cup of tea. I don't collect that way. I can't, watch, 5 or 10 cards, 8 cards, whatever it is. It's not, I enjoy, different types of product, but I loved Prism. I loved Select. I loved Revolution. I love, I'm a Panini guy. I mean, I'm more of a baseball collector. So Topps has always been my number one because of that. But I've learned to really love, some of those, Prism and Select type product. And I'm glad that we got, we got people that I never thought would get wrestling cards. I mean, Brian Pillman got wrestling cards. Great Muta got wrestling cards. We saw autos of guys that we never thought we'd get again. We had Austin and all these guys, all these legends back in cards again. So
here you go, Johnny. Shots at you. Pew,
pew. Yeah. Just skipping past cards.
Dude, Nate, what do you like?
Pew, 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 pew.
You don't like Topps Chrome. You don't like watching 300 cards and breaks. What do you like? Fully loaded?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore.
That was great.
Whatever.
He's got claws, Nate. You didn't know that.
Pew 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 pew.
We're gonna skip the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom because I didn't even get to finish it. I didn't get to finish it yet, and we're running a little long anyway. I'd rather get some more card stuff. So let's do some purchases.
Yeah,
I just sent 20 cards to PSA.
Pull up the old eBay.
Picked up you know what? I picked up the big box. This big box for little parts. It's baseball, but this big Topps like holiday box.
Those are good.
Those are fun. Yeah. They were fun. I gotta pick that up. And what else did I just buy?
Just so the update about what I'm selling out of the flawless box. So currently, I have 2 cards over the $200 mark with a day to go, and 4 cards over the $100 mark with a day to go. Then after that, I have 1 under the 100 mark. So I'll let you guys know what I did for the finish.
Only $2,000 in the hole.
Yeah, only $2,000. No big deal. I did say, I told Johnny, I'm going to be very happy if I lost out on 1,000. To me, that's worth it. I've had worse blood bets.
Oh my god,
cards.
Big Dawkins.
And I did pull a Dawkins. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But what'd you guys purchase?
I got some of those top stuff. What about you? I got PSA card. I got a John Cena autograph card coming back from PSA. I missed the package about 8 times. Where they called me. You ever have FedEx call you?
No.
And they're like, "Hey, what do you want us to do?" I was like, "Just drop it off at the Rite Aid. They usually do at the Walgreens. They usually do it for the first 3 times I miss it."
Wait, why did they make you go to the store to pick it up?
Because they need a signature.
They wouldn't let you sign for it at the store?
No, I'm not home. I wouldn't have been home for them to sign it.
No, so for me, if I'm not there for a drop off, they'll usually hold it at the post office, and I got to go in to go pick it up.
Yeah, I usually just hold it at Walgreens. They usually do it after the 3rd try, and I just go pick it up, no problem. But they've done it like 8 times. They got at my door. I'm like, "Yo, just leave it, man." He said, "I can't do that." Like, nobody's gonna take it. Just leave it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was about to give him my fucking code. What about you, Johnny? Anything?
I ended up hopping on a break on Whatnot over the weekend. It was like a blaster case or 2 cases of blasters of Select. I had the Roman spot, and I got a couple Romans from that. I picked up a bunch of those Select. I picked up a bunch of these Select the throwbacks.
Nice.
Because I realized how hard they are to hit.
Getting ready for Topps Chrome?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know because it's the way I always collect, and everyone always shits on me for it. But I know once Chrome comes out, that's gonna be my focus. So I'm trying to fill my some of the holes in Panini, while we're still waiting, because I know once Chrome comes out, that's it. And I'm trying to think if there was anything Pillman wise I added. I don't know if I mentioned about I hit a FOTL Mojo out of 8 for Select that is coming.
Nice.
And a gold, which one? The gold ice. What is that out of? I think it's out of 10.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, so actually Select I did pretty well. I'm down to like a handful, if that. So definitely easier than Prism and the 30 refractors in Prism, but Prism I'm down to the 101s.
Impressive.
So it's the closest I ever got to a completed rainbow, so I'm psyched about that. But yeah, that was it for me.
All right, so what do you is it still called Card Corner? You guys change the name on me on that.
We're gonna do it. Still stays Card Corner.
I actually didn't talk about my purchases.
So you didn't talk about the Tiffany Stratton you got out, or the
bought a couple more things. I also bought a Panini Chronicles, the Phoenix of Tiff, the blue parallel, number to 99. Got it at a pretty good price, I thought. So I was on the Tiffy train after she cashed in and won it. I also shout out to our group because I am all in on one touches, and I actually went to the card store. I'm looking at it. The regular Ultra Pro one touches, these suck compared to the Amazon ones that everyone was saying to buy. So I regret getting the Ultra Pro ones.
I'll take them from you.
You don't care that it doesn't hold the penny sleeve?
Nah, some stuff I don't care. No.
And these are bigger too. Like I bought 10 of them. They're like 130 point, 150 point.
Oh, actually, I need a
point.
couple of those. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
I usually put the
trade you
penny
for the
sleeve on
kangaroo
top.
ones.
Do you put the
you're
penny
welcome,
sleeve on
brother.
top of the card?
I didn't try to do that. No,
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
but I like the ones that everyone was saying. I forget the name of the brand in the group.
There's a
but
kangaroo on them, I think.
something like that. Yeah. Basically, you can fit the penny sleeve in there. It's perfect. Fits like a glove. The case feels a little sturdier. Like this just kind of feels like a plastic almost. I don't know. But I did get that, and I did get a storage case for the one touches. So it holds 61 touches in a nice briefcase.
Individual foam, right?
Yeah, so it's all foamed and it fits snug. These cards aren't moving anywhere, so it's perfect.
Cool.
But
cool.
I did pay a little. It was like I think it was like $50 or $60 for the case. But I figured since I one touch now, I needed it.
Yeah, what are you
That's
gonna put them?
Better than a box because they'll slide all over the place.
I do have one touches above me.
There they are.
There they are. So the ones I display are up there.
All
right, that's it.
Are we done now, Danny? Or you get
Wait, what about Patreon purchases?
Oh, you got it up?
I'll do it quick. Yeah, I'll run through them.
Yeah.
Let's lead it off with Tim Jacob, who's actually currently in the chat as well. Flawless break number 2 for me. Added another monster to the Super Collection. Royal Rumble Auto Amethyst out of 8 for Shinsuke. Last minute pull. Also just secured the Rumble Auto Red out of 15. Just the green and the platinum to close this one out.
Wow. So we need the 5 and the 1. Wow.
In Flawless. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. And it came out like a fucking minute ago.
We're not talking about flagship here. Yeah. Johnny JB, thanks to Danny Medina. Break on Whatnot. He pulled me a National Treasures Chelsea Green auto to 25 and
that's
an
awesome.
out of 99 Shinsuke auto.
Nice.
Aaron Peacock, 2024 AEW Black Diamond Nyla Exquisite to 75. I love those exquisite cards.
Yeah, those are cool.
We haven't talked about Black Diamond enough. I think maybe next week we gotta
kind of skip over that a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't ask David Lloyd about it. I'll tell you that. Not thrilled with the QC.
All right. Well, I don't think anyone's ever been thrilled with Upper Deck QC.
Yeah, it's an Upper Deck.
Yeah, these cards came out perfect.
I mean, what are we gonna do?
I'll add it to the list for next week. John Thurman, I popped when I heard you had all picked Serena as the rookie last week. 2022 Allure Red Rainbow Auto, 2024 Black Diamond Buyback Auto, Black Diamond Squared Circle Gems at a 99, and Black Diamond out of 20, all of Serena Deeb.
It's a good week of you taking the top cards of Deeb there.
Yeah.
The buyback one, I always like that. It's a cool one.
Tim French, couple nice pieces. Actually, yep, Tim's in here too, so shout out Tim. Couple nice pieces to kick off the new Kurt Angle PC. Action packed out of 2023 Chronicles, dual auto passing the torch with Baron Corbin, and subset of the year, a Red Icons out of 99 from Select. Danny loves that set too.
Woo! It's true. It's true.
Chris Eastwood. So New Year's Eve, I came home early to a few messages from people telling me the Pete Dunne 1 of 1 ringside got hit. After tracking the person down, working out a deal, I secured it for the Dunne Super Collection.
Yeah.
Then a few days later, good brother and group member Ryan Chavis posted he hit the Pete Tiger in a mega box. So I hopped in his DMs, worked out a deal for the Tiger and an out of 5 gold flash auto from last year's Select. He even threw in an extra out of 25.
Nice.
Yeah. You went fast. You went hard fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah, that was got the 1-on-1. I got the fucking Zebra. Those are
Yeah.
There you go.
Dave Nagel, shout out to Dave. He's in the chat as well. For Big E, 2024 Select Ringside Mojo to 8 and 3 count Timeless Moments Gold to 10. For Britt, 2023 Flagship High Gloss to 10, Exquisite to 50, and a Diamond Might Acetate Insert to 25. All PC stuff.
Yeah, Big E is a waste.
Jesus.
He's a host on Netflix now.
Is he hosting now?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see him back in the ring. You know, his PC.
I'm sure he would too.
Not just fucking waiting around.
Jeff Montalvo pulled this John Cena to 5 from my Flawless case. Looks great and was immediately flipped for a few hundred, which will be allocated towards some Topps Chrome.
Oh yeah.
We got 3 more. Steven Mulder. Been trying to find this Topps Heritage 2 auto of Ashley for a while, and I finally found a good one with all of the auto on the sticker. Oh, Ashley Massaro.
Oh, nice. Probably a tough one to come by.
Oh yeah, definitely.
By.
Yeah. Harris Decker Monster this week, a 2024 Panini Prism, Undertaker WrestleMania moments. Undertaker is a heartbreaker. Deadman Inc. 1 of 1 black.
Oh wow. Shit! Nice.
Yep.
Last but not least, Jonathan Francisco. Light week for me this week. A TJPW program with an early Maki Ito auto, 2000, and also a 2007 Topps Heritage Cody Rhodes auto, or Cody Rhodes rookie. I'm sorry. Lastly, a 2005 BBM Kota Ibushi auto.
Nice.
Yeah. Good day.
Nice big week of purchases.
All right, so yeah, let's get into Card Corner again right after this break. All right, welcome back to Card Corner. So for the first Card Corner in 2025, thought it was appropriate to discuss some of our collecting resolutions and goals for 2025, as well as some predictions for the wrestling card hobby in 2025. So we can kind of just like blend everything together. What are you guys going to be looking to do in 2025 personally? You know, maybe grade more, keep more, flip more, you know, whatever. And then we'll talk about what we think is going to happen. I mean, one of my big predictions was going to be that we get a big time auto in Topps that we never saw before, and obviously that happened already. Yeah. So we'll have to talk about, you know, what else we think. But I'll lead off with just some of my goals. Definitely trying to go more quality over quantity.
I'll try.
You know, I feel like a lot of these like bigger cards are starting to catch my eye, like the case hit type stuff and like the lower numbered stuff. I think I'd rather have some of that stuff over, you know, a bunch of different, you know, sets or whatever. I'm trying to narrow down, you know, who I really like and who I want to collect, and then just focus on like what I think is important. So like Roman Reigns is someone, for instance, where I have a bunch of Roman stuff from Select and Prism and Numbered and Phoenix and this and that. And then I went and got the Undisputed auto, and I was like, all right, you know what? This is kind of like what I want to add more stuff like this, stuff that I think is going to be important down the road, not just, you know, a red Prism out of $2.99 or whatever. I want to just do a little bit less of that stuff and more, you know, bigger stuff. Obviously keep the Pillman stuff going with Select. I'm not going to abandon that. I would love to get a 1 of 1 in each set. I don't know if it's ever going to be possible, but he's got 3 1 of 1s in Prism. So I'd love to get one of them and officially, you know, complete a rainbow for the first time. So I definitely be keeping an eye out for that. And then I think I'd like to learn and get into more vintage. I think a little bit more. You know, the Attitude, especially the Attitude Era stuff. It's such an important era for us as like fans, and I have nothing from it. You know, so I would love down the road to get, you know, a Rock Comic Images or like an Austin auto for like, just because like that was our era, and it just, I feel like those cards are not like completely out of the question anymore. You know, I've seen them at shows, I've seen them available, and you know, with some of the other stuff that I have, that I could probably move into something like that. I actually want to pull the trigger this time instead of just, you know, sitting on a bunch of stuff. So I think those are kind of like 3 things that I'm really going to focus on.
Nice.
I got to get rid of a lot of my base stuff. I was like a huge box of like cards. I like, what am I doing with these
right,
cards?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, what am I doing? Like even like the top loaded stuff I want to get, and I'd rather just have I'd rather just my cards be slabbed. Like I really wish I could either get it slabbed or sell it, and there's no in between. Yeah. Just get it slabbed or get it, but it takes so much time to sell this stuff. Even if, you know, I lose the money on it, I'd rather just get it out of my house and just sell it and then go get something I want. But you got to list stuff on eBay. You got to sit down, you got to list it, and then if you got to make lots and this and that. So it's I kind of want to just, you know, sit back and organize that. So I have cards I don't need. I have like some Kofi Kingston autos. What am I doing? I have an Io Shirai auto just sitting in my drawer. Like sell it, and then I'm not going to grade it, sell it, and move on. I wanted to spend like a Monday or a weekend just kind of getting that all together and just putting it on eBay and just clearing out all that stuff, and then just taking all that money and then just buying slabs or buying cards I want to get graded.
Yep.
Like if I buy a card off eBay and I don't want to grade it, put it right back up on eBay. Like, so go right back, get rid of it. But I end up like, oh, I'm not going to grade this, and I put it in a drawer, and now it just sits there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to that habit too of kind of delayed in selling. I haven't pulled the trigger often at the right times. So not that I need to sell a million things, but I want to be more of a smart seller, like picking and choosing. Like, for example, I almost this winter gave up on my Bo Bichette collection because I'm like, last year he sucked to piss me off. It still has a little value, but if he bounces back around, values might go back up. It might be worth just the hold it and give it another go at it. So just trying to pick the right timing of when to sell. And also, I want to do a better job of keeping in track of what I have. Like, get all my autographs sorted, get relics sorted, rookies numbered. And that way, when things do happen, I can just go back to my stashes and I can pull the card I need.
Do you have all your PSA cards in the PSA app? Easy.
Not in the app, but all of my PSA cards are in one briefcase if they're not displayed. So I know where they are.
I have them all in the app. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
I know I talk about this before, but I have them all in the app. And then so I just look at it, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I even have that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I also want to get into more PC focused stuff this year. Like, I say this every year. I'm tired of buying boxes and getting skunked when I could just buy the card that I want and call it a day. So I want to get back in line with that. This year, I'm probably going to I think I'm going to heavily focus on Roman and Cody as like the two main guys because Ziggler's not getting any cards produced of him anytime soon. So I kind of have to switch gears on my PC. I've been doing a lot with TIFF over the past few months. So I have like 7 or 8 TIFF autos. I got a bunch of numbered stuff. So I'm happy with that and the way that's going. But I feel like I have the start of a nice Roman collection where I got like 3-4 autos and a bunch of stuff. But I want to start capitalizing on top cards.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, not to, make, stroke his ego any more than we have, but like Dave and his Horseshoe PC Instagram. Oh, that works.
I'm down for that too.
Marry Mina Shirakawa, moved to Japan. Yeah.
Sounds like a dream.
But like, I love what Dave does with his collection, where he's got like his 4 or 5 people that he collects, and he goes after just like the low numbered stuff, the case hit stuff, autos. He's not. I'm sure with Big E, it's more like a quote unquote super collection, and he's going after everything. But I like with like Britt, it's the case hits, the low 25 and under stuff, the autos. Like I like that he does that, and he's picked just a handful of people that he likes, and he also rips too. But he's ripping maybe 1 or 2 boxes just to kind of get like a taste of something. He goes into breaks and he goes after the people that he wants.
Yeah,
and I think that's something that I would definitely want to get into more. Obviously having the show, it helps us to rip a little bit. Like we can't have a wrestling card podcast and not open Chrome, right? Because we need to know what, that's how we talk about this stuff. But there's a difference between, opening a case and then opening a box just to see what it's like, and then going after maybe a gold of someone that we really want, or an auto or a case hit, instead of chasing them, in box overpriced boxes. So yeah, we can add that gold. I would like to definitely do that more.
I would say even like even card related personal goal. Obviously continue the brand, right? And what we're doing. Because it was funny. I was thinking about it today. We're the only wrestling card week to week podcast out there. There is no other way to consume audio content with anyone else. Unless you're following people on social media, and there's a bunch of accounts that do a great job of that. But I feel like we're in an era now where we could really start putting our expertise together and to continue to promote the wrestling card hobby, keep it growing. Because again, the more growth there is, the more popular it gets, and you could see it. Like Topps had the license forever, and they couldn't get a Rock Auto. But with the popularity of where wrestling cards are, from Panini helping and from social media and our podcast to hopefully grow wrestling cards, now all of a sudden it's so popular that they can't not have the Rocket as an autograph in a product. So like that's also important to continue what we're doing, because the more we buy, the more we talk about it, the more fanatics is going to say, okay, we should invest more into wrestling. Maybe we should add more products to the line. Maybe we should get autographs and doing that whole deal.
Add some fact.
And yes, I am a goddamn expert. You fucks. I have a podcast. As long as you have a podcast out there, you're an expert on that subject, no matter what it is.
Well, let's just to round this out. Let's each predict something that we think is going to happen hobby wise in 2025.
The 101 Rock gold vinyl auto will be pulled in 2025. It'll go for $50,000. Cool.
I say we get another 6-figure wrestling card. We're clearing another $100,000 card. We got it with the Hulkster. We got it with the Rock Prism 1 of 1. Topps is going to make a statement this year, and they're going to get a card that's $100,000.
All right.
Yes,
what do you think, Johnny?
everything is canceled.
I think a rising tide raises all ships.
Oh,
and I think with Topps and WWE, it's going to be obviously the creme de la creme, but I think everybody else is going to step up a little bit this year. I think we're going to see some improvements with Upper Deck and AEW. I think we're going to get some indie sets kind of start popping up here and there more than we have. You know, maybe Leaf does something with their licenses, the way that they can have it. But I think wrestling is at the highest it's been in a long, long time. And I think there are companies out there that are going to step up to meet what Topps is going to do, because at the end of the day, Topps and WWE to me are the benchmarks of what, is going on right now in the hobby. You can't deny the quality. We watched Raw with Netflix last night, the production, no other show, no other company is doing that. I don't give a fuck about what you say about AEW, whatever. It's not the same. Raw and WWE, no one could touch their production. Topps and Fanatics do an amazing job with their promotion, with their marketing, and I think it's going to help bring other people up. I think Upper Deck is going to step up this year with AEW. Whether that translates to people wanting the product or not, that's a different story. I don't think it's necessarily all Upper Deck. I think AEW has a little bit, of a reason for why it may not be as popular as it is, but that's another conversation for another time. But I do think that the wrestling card hobby in general is going to see things this year that, we haven't seen in the last couple. And on a brand level, I think I hope we get to do some stuff with Topps. With Upper Deck, we've had a good relationship. With Panini, we've spoken to them in the past. We had, working whatever kind of relationship you want to call it. We've spoken to them, and we've definitely had a better relationship with Upper Deck. But with Topps, I think we never really got that relationship established in the past because it just wasn't the same company, and we weren't the same show.
Well, they did try to threaten us with a lawsuit, so let's not forget that.
We don't really know. That's in the past. That's bullshit.
Cease and desist.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I think this year we'll do some stuff with them, and it'll be fun. So,
and Dave's predicting AEW Prism 2026.
Maybe.
And someone with Michael Rubin, but I'm not gonna get into that one.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Panini taking over AEW.
Whoa.
I think didn't Upper Deck lock him down though for a good amount.
I don't know when it expires.
Their relationship.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows? All right.
We'll see.
That rounds out this week's podcast. So, as always, start to the new year, 2025. Make sure you're following us along on Apple, Spotify, all of your favorite podcast platforms. If you enjoyed the show, leave a 5-star review. We'll pop up in more feeds. Help your boys out. It goes a long way. Also, be following us on social media, Instagram and Twitter at Card Foundation Pod on both of those platforms. Welcome, Breaks and Bros, and goodbye, Breaks and Bros. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/Card Foundation Pod. So sign up today. Get access to the Facebook group. Meet fellow-minded collectors. We have literally the best group that any Patreon people have out there. We got to do the Secret Santa. Got bonus episodes. We're going to bring back buy, sell, trade nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. So sign up to that. And I believe that is it. Right?
That's all she wrote, baby.
All she wrote.
So tune in next week. This was the first episode in the new era for CFP and for wrestling cards, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yes, Dave Nagel, we got a $10,000 card sale. Cody Flawless, 1 of 1, sold for $10K. We covered it.
Dude.
And when it comes to wrestling cards, are the best there is.
I would have been interested in that.
We'll talk about it next week.
Oh hell yeah!
See you guys.